Well, it was snowing last night when I left, and I didn't feel like putting the chainsaw up, so I hid it underneath this log. But the log settled overnight, so hopefully I didn't. Oh, falling. Hopefully I didn't mess the saw up. I'm gonna use the excavator just to. I think I just need to lift it up a couple inches, but that was dumb. Good morning. We're up here. It's snowing right now. It's not even supposed to be snowing, but hopefully it'll stop here soon. But got some diesel. Gonna go down the hill and get the burn pile going, and then we'll be back on the road again. So it's a cold morning. Hopefully things will warm up, but I think the high today is supposed to be 28, so I think it's gonna be a cold one. But luckily I got a cab and I got the heat going, and we're gonna have some fun today. This whole pile, this thing was piled about 10 feet high, this whole length of debris. And now I got it all on there. The last little bit had a bunch of dirt and stuff inside of it, but I got the fire going so good. It's gonna pick up here in a second. The inside of it is just burning really hot. That's why all the smoke's coming off right now, is just all that dirt and stuff. But yeah, I got a lot of this stuff down here, and then I even got some stuff piled up over there. So I think probably maybe 1 or 2 more days I'll have everything cleaned up. It's not gonna be perfect, but so as far as the road, we have made it all the way from over here, and that's that tree I knocked down last night, so I got to go chainsaw that, and then we'll get cutting again. This is the hill I have to come up, or when I go down to the burn pit. It's pretty steep. It doesn't look that steep on camera, but it's probably 30 degrees slope, 40 degrees. But yeah, this area right in here is where I always struggle. So luckily the ground's kind of frozen, so I think I'll have traction today with the snow. But yeah, a lot of times right in this area I'll spin, but yeah, this is steep, but excavators are pretty cool. They can handle some steep ground. Chugging up. I almost started spinning right there, but I got past it, so now I'm home free. Well, this part of the road's still looking good, but right here is a poop soup. It's like I said, yeah, all the rocks and stuff I hit over here. There's like a little spring or something that's or maybe just the water shutting off since it can't drain through the rock. But it is just, even though there's a slight slope, it's been like pulling in the tracks and stuff. And this is actually after I just dug a bunch of stuff to try to let it flow out, but right now it is just so mushy, and yeah, I gotta come up with something better. But I'm not gonna worry about it right now. I'm gonna go and start cutting the roads that way. Dumping it to the left. All these roots. Working my way from the right to the left. Dumping it off to the side so it acts as like a little retaining wall and builds that side up. We're on a pretty good slope here. It's probably 30 degrees or so. So it takes a lot of material to make this flat. Good rocks in there. Some over there with his friends. Probably move those later. Otherwise we'll get covered up. I try to smooth this road out. Somewhat of a finishing pass. Thinking I want to maybe look at doing maybe like a day rental of a dozer. Just try to do a really nice pass on all this. So I'm trying to get 80% of the work done with the excavator. Do a nice clean finish with the dozer. I think they go for about 600 a day or so, depending on what size you get. Where they get you at is delivery. I mean, it takes a big truck to move those, so I'm sure. But it seems like delivery is about as much as the dozer. But there is this one local place. I think it's a John Deere 550 maybe. I haven't contacted them to see what their rates are, but hopefully since they're local and they won't be coming very far to deliver it, maybe they can do better than some of these big brand, Sunbelt or Hurt, because for United they're all about 600 for delivery, so just one day ends up being 1,200. You can do a week rental, which is the better deal, but it ends up being like, what is it, 3,000 or something, which I'm sure I could get my money's worth out of it, but if I can do it for less than 1,000, that would I would prefer that. $3,000 is a lot of money. Trying to take all this good material down. It's rocky, but there's no organic material in it really. The rocks will help stabilize the road. can. Luckily, I don't have to cut into the road any further. Otherwise, I'd have to go further up on the hill. Breaking teeth if you try to actually get through all this. I have to keep reminding myself I'm trying to build a road and not collect rocks, but I love having rocks. You never know, I might do a landscape project or something. These will come in handy. Plus they just look cool. Makes it look more natural. Oh no! Okay. Well, I was gonna hit my tracks. That's the danger of doing that. Working away from your and have to do it again. I learned my lesson. Too close. We're gonna give up on that. We're gonna stick it over here. See the burn piles down that way. It's I don't see big flames, but it's still cooking, so that's what we wanted. Us try not to make it as big where the flames get out of control, because there's a nice American holly tree right by it, but just trying not to destroy that tree. It was already browning on one side just from all the smoke and heat. So we might lose it, but at least trying to make an effort to keep it. To make this road big enough, at least try to get construction equipment like a concrete truck, or I can't just be thinking about getting a pickup truck back here. I gotta think about bigger stuff when we're building. Probably the biggest thing we'd have would be like a concrete truck or a delivery truck of wood or something, so get rid of that nasty root mat. He snuck his way in there. Back drag. Get a little more. Not quite level right now. Pretty much going to go straight here where the flags are, right through the tree. So I'm trying to, I know when I take this one out, I'm trying to avoid those, but I might end up taking, yeah, that one, because it's a lot easier to push the trees downhill than it is to try to, otherwise you end up pushing them in your path and then you got to clear them. So I'm trying to stay on the low side here. So I'm gonna try to leave those and maybe take that, and maybe that one. We'll see. That's the plan. But sometimes when you get closer and stuff and you start looking at it, you realize some stuff doesn't make sense. Some of these big rocks out of the way so it compacts a little bit. That one big rock. Yeah, we'll get that one out of the way. Lay down so I stop rocking. I'm gonna try to do a video if I have time. Just kind of maybe do one video just on my thought, or yeah, kind of just all the features of this excavator, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. One thing I don't like about it, and it's not really a big deal right now, it's February, but I think I've maybe read all excavators are kind of like this, but the AC on it is terrible. Like, I can't remember, it was like 50 or 60 one day, and I was better off with the cab open than I was trying to, because it's like the windows, you get like the greenhouse effect if you're trying to run the AC. The heat's good. I think the cab's probably better for colder climates. But I can only imagine if you're trying to use this thing in July, that AC is not going to keep up. Maybe if you're in the shade, it'd do better. But when you got direct sunlight, it just heats the cab up so much. I'm gonna try to get this log and stack it over there, but I got two things right now. I only want the log, I don't want the other tree. Alright, do a little rocking, but we got it. Let's go backwards and stack it with the other one. I was hoping I was gonna take one of these days, rent a truck and a dump trailer, and take a lot of these logs I have to the sawmill. I went by there last week ago, filled out a W-9. This will be my first time taking logs there. I wasn't sure of the process, but they were nice and told me where to dump it when I come and what size they need to be, what they take and all that. But I just don't think I'm gonna have enough logs ready to go. And then also I want to focus mainly on the road. There's a lot of logs I cut are back here, so I'm not even, I only have about 7 logs right now, so I'll definitely be losing money on it. I might do it in the future here, but got chainsaw, took a pee break. Good to go. Place to see if we can't knock this tree over. I'll try to. Let's give it a shot. Let's see. Exactly what I wanted to happen. Couldn't have gone any better if I wanted. But well, it looks a little wider in here. I'm probably gonna have to get rid of all of those. That, and that. I definitely have to get rid of one or the other, but I think it would look a lot better. But I'll initially start with these and then I'll decide if I need to get rid of that one. But I'll show you that when I get closer. Finally got this stump free. Let's see if we can't pick it up. I guess I really don't need to pick it up. I can just push it. Try to push it right through there. Persuasion. Rid of some over the roots. Now, since I can't pull much dirt from this hillside over here, I'm gonna dig into this right here and push all this dirt forward. Now, I don't mind doing that right now because I'm kind of on a flat trajectory. If I was already on a hill, I wouldn't really want to do this because then you'd be losing, or you'd be making it even steeper, which for a gravel road, you get too steep, it's hard to get traction, and you want a road that's drivable and wet, or maybe even some snow or something. I was just building like a trailer or something, I wouldn't mind, but since this is going to be a home site, I need to make sure about probably my truck is the worst traction. It's this rear wheel drive truck. My wife's Kubota has better traction than my car because it's front wheel drive, so I guess I'm building this road for my truck. If it can make it, then we'll be good. little more dirt down here. I got the blade dug in, so if I feel it starting to bog down, I raise the blade up a little bit, but since I'm trying to move as much dirt as I can, I'm riding that line between it bogging down and being able to push it. So here's like a little section I've made, and kind of just rough smoothed it out. But when you do that, it ends up pushing dirt out on the soft side, because this is the part we've been building up, so it's really soft. So then it compresses down, so then you kind of got a hump here. So what I've been doing that works pretty good, leave it tilted a little bit so you can see. I don't know if you can see the tracks here. I don't get too far over because it's soft, so I kind of ride it like halfway on, halfway off, and then it really just helps compact this down. Some's getting pushed that way and some's getting pushed back this way. Just kind of ride that ridge where it's come up. So then put the float blade on, and then we go back over what we just did. Probably have to do this a couple times. Every time you drive over it, it's going to compact more. It's kind of like, I mean, when you drive over, you can, even the parts I've been over a couple times, it's like Play-Doh or clay. I guess it is clay, red clay. But you can see the whole road and stuff rise and fall depending where the weight of the machine is. So I'm not going to get as far this time because just riding that in, compacting it, staying halfway on the solid part, and then blade float. Just getting up to this tree now. That'll make me a level spot. Get me a level spot, and then we're going to try to push this tree. We'll probably end up pushing it straight ahead. That'd be the easiest right now. That's good. We'll give that a shot. Just had lunch. Now I'm about to refuel. I got to the top of the hill and man, it is windy and cold. That wind chill is brutal. Luckily the fire, the burn pit is down here at the bottom of the hill. Probably can't see the smoke, but it's at the bottom of the hill, so it really doesn't get much wind. Otherwise, this made me be a little worried, but yeah, it's very windy. I'm gonna get some fuel and get back in the cab and get warm. This thing cannot fill up fast enough. My hands are freezing. That wind chill is bad. Yeah, it's only 30 degrees, but he said the wind chill felt like 18, but it is cold. I gotta unthaw now. Yeah, I gotta figure out what to do here. It's just soaking wet. I can scrape all this material off, but the water just keeps coming, so I think it's just gonna do that to, even if I put some fresh dirt here and pack it in, I think it's just gonna get soaked again. I would dig like a drainage ditch, but it's all rock right here, so like I gotta figure out something. If you got any suggestions, let me know. Out here picking up more flags that I've marked the road with, so that's a good sign, because that means we're making progress. So I'm picking them up as we get close to them. So here's where we're going. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, the flags are right there. And then that's where the excavator is right now. I'm gonna try to avoid this big oak, so I'm gonna come on the low side. Definitely have. Oh, you're falling. I definitely have to take some of these big trees out, but once we get past this oak, they're all pretty small trees for the most part. So I think if we can get by this area, our progress should even speed up more. So we'll see if we can get through this. Well, I was just reaching for this stick here I cut off. I thought I was cutting them off and make it easier just to pick them off, but instead it was a, yeah, pretty much like a knife. When I came down, I missed, and I ended up hitting the hydraulic line right here. Now it's leaking, so gotta figure that out. Well, I just talked to the owner and he thinks it's a simple fix. So hopefully he's right. He thinks the fitting just came loose, so I have to go and get a wrench because unfortunately I didn't have any tools with me, so I probably won't be back until probably like an hour round trip. But I want to see if I can get it fixed and stop leaking, so I know if otherwise there's no point in getting up here early tomorrow. But we're gonna hopefully have an easy fix and maybe run a little more tonight in the dark. I just gotta slow down. I was going too quick and ended up hitting the line on the tree, but stuff happens. It was a learning mistake. Well, I just got back here. It's like 20 degrees out here. It's freezing, but luckily all good. This fitting was just loose, so I just had to get a wrench and snug it up. But would have been easy if I had a wrench with me, but unfortunately it was like a hour and a half long trip. But I'm just gonna clean up and wrap up and be out here tomorrow. But I'm so glad it wasn't something major, because I would have been dead in the water, and I still had 3 days left for this excavator. So I'm out of here. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.